Knox County have today parted company with head coach Stuart Maynard, and in today's video I'm going to be reacting to this news and basically agreeing with the decision. It's a decision that I think should have happened a long time ago. If it did happen a long time ago, Knox County would have probably been a League One football club next season. But if you do want to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Can we try and hit 100 likes on today's video? That massively appreciated. And don't forget to get your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Knox fans, do you believe this is the right decision, and who do you want to see replace Stuart Maynard as your new head coach? So Knox County tweeted today at 12 PM saying, "We have party company with our head coach Stuart Maynard." The article does then read statement Stuart Maynard, a statement from our owners Chris and Alex Reeds. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Let me know down in the comment section down below. But the statement does read, "After being unable to achieve our aim of winning promotion this season, we share the disappointment felt by everybody connected with the club. While football is a game of fine margins and Stuart undoubtedly faced numerous challenges over the course of the campaign, neither results nor performances reached the levels we believe the team was capable of, particularly during the defining period towards the end of the season. Stuart leaves with our best wishes and gratitude for his considerable commitment and dedication to the role. In the near future, we will provide a comprehensive update to supporters, offering more of our reflections on the 2024-25 campaign, whilst also outlining our approach to next season and beyond. Alongside our recently appointed head of football, Roberto Gagliardi, our work is well underway to identify the correct coaching team and new signings to join us on these important next steps of our journey. We are highly optimistic about the club's future and remain as committed as ever to helping Knox County achieve its immense potential." I think everybody can agree sacking Stuart Maynard is the right thing. Knox were pretty embarrassing across both playoff legs, and obviously it's not easy to break down AFC Wimbledon because they are a good team, especially defensively, but they were absolutely garbage. Just one shot on target in the second leg, and that I think came from Jody Jones with a shot from about 30 yards out, which was pretty comfortably saved in the end by Owen Goodman. The only real chances that were created by Knox County were Jacob Bedo and Matty Platt shooting from about 40 yards out. The style of play is awful to watch. I've never really been a fan of walk ball or heavily possession-based sides, especially at League 2 level. My team, Bradford City, were a heavily possession-based team under Mike Hughes, and it was absolutely awful to watch at times because you're a League 2 team for a reason. These players are playing League 2, the majority of them for the reason, the reason why David McGoldrick's playing in League 2 is not because he's a League 2 standard player, but he's a bit of an anomaly when it comes to this. But especially the defenders, a lot of the midfielders, they're probably decent technicians, but they've always got a mistake in them, and especially with the way that Knox County played, there was no tempo to it. They were always so boring to watch, and I'm saying this generally because any time we seem to play against Knox County, they always gave us a bit of a battering. We go back to their place earlier on in the season, just before Christmas, where they scored 3 goals in 4 minutes, but apart from that, I think across both games that we've played against Knox County this season, they have been quite poor. We go back to some of the other times that I've watched Knox County on TV this season, which has been a fair few to be fair, and every time I've just thought they're just hoping rather than expecting something's going to happen. I think that is a little bit of a mentality problem. I look through the Knox County squad and I don't really see many serial winners in there. I don't see many mentality monsters, and I think there's a part that can be played where somebody who's heavily possession and technical, somebody like a Matty Palmer, he's not also going to have that brute force about him, that leadership to get you over the line, and I do think you need very much a balance between across your full squad. And I think to get promoted out of League 2, you need a lot of experience in the team. You look at the spines of a Doncaster, a Port Vale, a Bradford, the 3 teams that were automatically promoted. There's a lot of experience in that side, especially at Bradford City. You look at Sam Walker, he's into his 30s. Brad Halliday, he's around 34. You've got Neil Byrne, Paul Huntington, Richie Smallwood, Andy Cook, Anthony Sarswick. There's a lot of experience in our team. You look at Doncaster Rovers, the likes of Billy Sharp, Richard Wood. I'm sure there's a fair few other ones that I'm forgetting as well. Port Vale, a lot of experience in that side as well. The likes of Jaden Stockley, the likes of Connor Hall, the likes of Ryan Crosdale, Ben Garrity. There's a lot in all the teams. And you look at Knox County, you've got Dave McGoldrick with a bit of experience. And then the majority of the other players, not including somebody like a Sam Slocum, for example, they're all mid to early 20s and they've not really been there and done it. And I do think you need that at this type of level. Ultimately, sacking Stuart Maynard is definitely the right decision in my opinion, because you look through the quality that is in this squad and there is a number of players that Knox County have got that the top 3 have gone up this season, last season, probably still technically this season because the playoff final hasn't been achieved. There's a number of players who would get into a lot of these squads. There's a number of these players that'd start for them 3 teams as well. Alex Bass has proved to be one of the best goalkeepers in the entire division this season. I think he starts for all 3 of the 3 promoted sides this season. Jacob Bido definitely starts for 2 of them, probably all 3. Matty Platt probably starts for all 3 of them as well. George Abbott definitely gets in a matchday squad for a lot of them teams. Scott Robertson as well, I know he's been injured for the majority of this season. Nick Cerula, he definitely gets in the matchday squad, maybe even starting 11 of a few of them teams as well. Jody Jones absolutely goes in the starting 11. Dave McGoldrick absolutely as well for all 3 of them teams. Alassana Jatta definitely involved in the squad in some regard, and there's other players as well who could be used as bit part, but I look through the team and I think there's a lot of quality in their best starting 11, but then when they get a few injuries, they're in trouble because their backups and options behind that are not particularly great. They're bang average League 2 players. The likes of Mai Traore, for example, came in January, doesn't really suit the Knox style of play and wasn't really given much of an opportunity. Charlie Whittaker, not good enough. Curtis Edwards, decent player, but is he good enough to win promotion? Probably not. The likes of Connor Grant, what an awful signing he's proved out to be. Sam Austin gave it everything, but he's about a 5 out of 10 in every position. He works very hard, but he really lacks the quality at times. Kellen Gordon, decent player. Is he good enough to win a promotion? I know he did it with Crawley, but I think that was more of a one-off for me. Matty Palmer, not good enough. Jack Hinchy, not good enough. You look at some of the other centre-halves as well. Lewis McCarry could be a decent player, but for now, making mistakes. You look at the goal that Wimbledon scored in the second leg, not good enough. Sam Slocum, not good enough. Tyler Miller, what a pointless signing he proved to be. You go through the entire Knox County squad and you just think, it's a decent starting 11, but beyond that, it's a lot of very, very bang average. Whereas you compare it to a Bradford, a Port Vale, a Doncaster, there's strength in depth. Bradford City didn't really have that up until January, but went out and got it. We got strength in depth, and we were brilliant after that transfer window because we got the strength in depth. We could play our high pressing style, and I think that's what you need. Knox County need to stop selling a Dan Crowley and replacing him with a Charlie Whittaker. Stop selling a Macaulay Langstaff and replacing them with an Alassana Jatta, and so on and so on. They've definitely improved the defence this season. Jacob Bido, a big improvement on Kyle Cameron. The Matty Platt, and Baldwin swap certainly suited Bradford City. Baldwin was very good for us on the whole this season, but I just think they need more. They need more quality in that squad. And obviously they have been unlucky with injuries this season. Jody Jones obviously suffered that leg fracture which kept him out for quite a while, and he's not really returned the same player. McGoldrick has had the odd, I think he's an MCL problem which he's had for the majority of his career. He's had a few of them this year, and they are mitigating factors, but then you go to Bradford City. Anthony Sarcevic missed 4 months of the season and then 6 weeks of the season. Alex Patterson missed 2 or 3 months of the season as well. Andy Cook hasn't been fit and available since about the 12th minute on the 1st of January. Yes, injuries do happen in football, but it's then that's where it proves to be a squad game and you use your other players to get over the line, and Knox County don't have that strength in depth. So as much as Stuart Maynard is a big problem, I think the board also need to take some criticism for constantly selling their better players and replacing them with somebody who's a little bit less of the standard, who they're hoping might become as good. Replacing Dan Crowley with Charlie Whittaker is absolutely mental. I said it at the time, Knox County would miss Dan Crowley. If they'd have kept him, they'd have been a League One football club. Yes, the money was very nice and all that sort of stuff, but surely being in League One would have been more valuable than the couple of $100,000 that you got for Dan Crowley in January. Well, there we have it then. There is my thoughts and reaction to Knox County parting company with Stuart Maynard. Ultimately, it definitely is the correct decision. They were awful to watch. He did not win enough games of football, but if Knox County are to be successful next season, they need to get a winner in. They don't need to be fixated on this possession-based style, and they also need to get some more strength in depth. Get rid of some of these players who are bang average for League 2 level and go and get some proven quality. Have some real competition in your side. You're not going to get a team full of quality of the likes of Jody Jones and Dave McGoldrick, but make sure your backups are a 7 or 8 out of 10. Don't let them be a 5 or a 6, because that it's not what the Knox County fans deserve. You know, they're a real football club, our Knox County, with a real proper fan base, and they deserve better than what they've ended up serving up this season. I think Knox will get top 3 next year, but I've been saying that for the last 2 seasons. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please make sure to drop a like on there for me, and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. 100 likes, as I mentioned on today's video, would be absolutely class. Get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on Knox County parting company with head coach Stuart Maynard? Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one.